Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. So Bitcoin finally above $47,000. This is coming from BTC Fuel, and he's not the only one commenting on this, guys. This is a big price target. Cryptic Poet here also mentioning Bitcoin has hit $47,000. I've got Rob Art here saying, for the first time in 138 days, Bitcoin made a higher high. This is bullish. I'm hoping we will see alts fly so I can finally fully exit the market. He owns 0 Bitcoin at this point, simply hoping we get the same scenario as we did back in 2017. And for those of you guys who remember 2017, boy, was that an exciting time. And so in this video, we're going to take a look at some charts. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin price. We're going to see where Bitcoin is moving. We're going to analyze some altcoins and some other theories with regards to, is this it? Blockchain backer here also saying, Bitcoin closes the week at $46,850, which is, for all intents and purposes, $47,000, above the 50-week moving average. And I know a lot of you guys follow the blockchain backer, and I know he is waiting for that retracement up before that altcoin rally. And, some of you guys have chimed in on this thread. I think you would appreciate this blockchain backer coming from Mr. Legend XRP. It is remarkable to me how much Bitcoin has mirrored the DJI in recent months. Will it follow what the Dow has done to get to the 0.702 fib and bounce back off? I think you'd find this interesting. So we got to take a look at Bitcoin right now, and Bitcoin right now trading as of the time of this recording, $47,245 per coin. We've seen significant bullish movement for Bitcoin over the last week or so, and just coming out of this funk. The other day I drew a trend line here on the Bitcoin chart, just showing you guys how we had come out of this level, busted out of resistance, made new all-time highs, and then Bitcoin was forming support all the way up, but it was trending upwards. And you can see the trend has continued to do that. The other thing I wanted to make a point of when zooming out on the Bitcoin chart, you can see throwing this Fibonacci on here from the top of the last bull run back in 2017 down to the trough of the bear market. You can see these levels also very significant, specifically at the 1.618. You can see that over here, the 1.618. That level hit quite a bit over the last year or so. We saw it here, here again, here. And now we're moving up to the next level, which is roughly $47,000 per BTC, right up here. So 46,300, but we are now above this level on the Fibonacci. And so what is going to happen now? Are we to expect altcoins to pop? Because I know, this has been the scenario that we've been waiting for, really. Bitcoin has never really been our focus. I mean, some of you guys probably own some Bitcoin. I know I do. I've talked about this trend, and, I don't know. I mean, we could see that altcoin rally. Everybody seems very, very geared up for that. But is this the case, guys? Are we at this critical moment in the crypto market to see that final altcoin pump similar to what Rob Art was talking about here? Simply hoping we get that same scenario as we did back in 2017. Are we going to see that, or is it going to be something different? Okay, so Dusty BC Crypto News here, also bringing up the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index, just demonstrating how crypto investors are feeling at this moment in time. We're at 60, and if you guys remember from last week, 2 weeks ago, it was down in around 1520, basically a multi-year low. Obviously now we can see the sentiment in the crypto space has gotten more positive. So what should we be paying attention to, guys? Are there any signs that would suggest that Bitcoin is going higher? Let me throw a Fibonacci here just from the latest all-time high down to the bottom there at around $32,800. So you can see we've breached the 0.382. That's that next level on the fib. Of course, we've got to get back up to the 0.702. And in this time, at this point, we should be seeing altcoins rally. Are we seeing that? So these are all questions I'm going to answer in this video. Buy pressure in Bitcoin market territory. 5 things you should know in Bitcoin this week. So this article, brand new, just came out a few hours ago. Gradually then suddenly, or pure chance, traders are still trying to make sense of Bitcoin's newfound strength this week. It's been a sight absent from the chart since the new year, and Bitcoin is back to $47,000 after jumping almost $3,000 in 24 hours. The largest cryptocurrency dealt a firm blow to resistance levels that had kept bulls firmly in their place for months. The significance of 46,000 has been a hot topic for almost as long. A return to the yearly open, many said, would be a signal that Bitcoin was ready for bigger things once more. Few would have thought that this phenomenon would play out of hours, however. Suspicion over the rally's real strength are naturally pervasive on social media as this week gets underway, just as they were as the rally itself began. So some opinions here, like Pentoshi down here saying, still waiting to see how price trades around yearly open. The previous times I targeted it, we came up short but got very close around this time. Looks better for BTC. So we're almost there. And then the update, BTC macro headwinds still too strong. But midterm, I think we rally because seller exhaustion before any shot at new lows or previous lows. So lean towards the uptrend, then down, in my opinion, in late quarter 2022. So Pentoshi specifically looking at that grander picture. Meaning quarter two within the next 3 months. We're almost at the end of quarter one of 2022. So this trend could realistically go on for several months. Fundamentally, buying pressure for Bitcoin has now climbed into bull market territory. This coming from Willy Woo. Fellow analyst Mark Hyland, a key supporter of the $46,000 Bitcoin argument, gave a target of $52,000 as the next long-term resistance wall to crack. So $52,000 would bring us... Where would that bring us? I guess these guys are looking at it on the much, much longer term here. Bitcoin up here, 52. Or no, that's not what he's looking at there. What is he looking at? I guess he's just looking at the chart here and realizing that this would be the next level to crack. So at the 0.5 here, bringing the Fibonacci down from the most recent all-time high. So yeah, that is pretty obvious. Of course, 52,000, certainly that next level on the micro trend. Some analysts talking about the RSI down here, analyze Bitcoin stocks decoupling. So there's that as well, the broader market, which I'm going to get into in a second. Then the question goes, is this the last leg for the bull run for Bitcoin, that classic retracement to the 702 before we plunge into oblivion? And if that is the case, of course, we should be seeing alts rally, right? Are we seeing that yet? Or are we seeing something different? So I wanted to just jump to this for a second, okay? This is the entire crypto market. Now we're at $2.1 trillion. Bitcoin dominance, though, guys, still at 42.1. And are we seeing altcoins rally, yes or no? Bitcoin up 5.7, Ethereum up 6.3. We've got BNB coin up 4.5% within the last 24 hours. We've got XRP up 3.6%, Cardano up 4.7. So it does look like alts are rallying. But is this the kind of rally we should expect in an altcoin market, or should we be expecting more? So this just goes back to this argument that myself and others who have been analyzing Bitcoin over the last several months have noticed. This idea that we could actually be in a prolonged bull run and that we are likely to see more appreciation for a lot of these coins coming down the pipe. And, when I was talking about this, I was discussing it with relation to the total 2 market cap. I don't know if you guys caught that video. I just did that one this past week. Looking back at the 2017 bull run, I took this pattern here. I took it as a fractal and extended it a bit. And essentially what I noticed is that the pattern we saw back from 2017 extended on a larger time frame is looking very, very similar to what we are seeing today. So a sharp move up, followed by a sharp move down, a little bit of accumulation here. And now what we are to expect, hopefully, which is what we are seeing, is a strong move here to the upside. And we have been noticing that over the last several days on the total 2 market cap. You can see that in there. So are we seeing altcoins rise yet? Or are we just witnessing right now altcoins rising in tandem with Bitcoin, as we saw back last year, basically in spring last year, about a year ago, when altcoins were rallying as Bitcoin saw this first all-time high. This was the first time we saw XRP get above $1 in over 4 years. It hit that $2 mark, $1.96, before coming back down, and that was on the heels of this Bitcoin pump. Well, 3 low-cap altcoins just exploded more than 52%, and this is generally what we tend to see with regards to altcoin rallies. But is this an indication of the broader market? So they're talking about a select group of low-cap altcoin assets vastly outperforming the rest of the market as altcoins continue to show signs of strength. So it's StormX, STMX, a project designed to allow users to earn rewards and cashback while shopping online, rocketed 54%. Another altcoin that exploded in the same time frame was Quark Chain, a project that aims for scalability without sacrificing security and decentralization. Went from 0.017 to 0.029, about 70.5%. And then they talk about ZIL coin down here has continued to rally and is now trading at about 0.104, up 17% in the last 24 hours at the time of writing, but it too had exploded about 78%. So is this an indication that we are seeing altcoins rally? My opinion on this, no. I think that these are just outliers. If we just take a look at the amount of increase or decrease within the last 24 hours with regards to the top 100 cryptocurrencies, you can see 30%, 27%, 24%, 23%. Some of these cryptos have rallied a little bit, but we routinely see over 50, 60, 70, 80, even 100% increases within the last 24 hours for some of these altcoins during a proper bull run, or rather we have seen that in the past if we are going to compare to 2017. So what are these coins doing compared to the top 10, top 20? What do we have there? StormX, what was it? STMX here. So let's just take a look real quick. STMX, and this is the daily chart for STMX. If you guys take a look here, even just over the last 3 days, we saw it rally about 32%. So we did see highs of about 0.026, but now it's sitting at around 0.021. So 32.3% give or take. One of those other ones was QKC. Bringing up QKC here on the chart, you can see we did see some bullish movement here. And over the last 3 days, we are topping out at about 38.3%. So again, outliers, but I don't think this can be considered part of a quote-unquote altcoin rally. We also have the ZIL coin here, and ZIL, if we just take a look at it real quickly on the chart, ZIL USD. ZIL actually performed the best out of the three over the last 3 days. We can see ZIL is up 134%. So this is kind of more in line with what we are to expect with altcoins. However, when taking a look at some of these coins, like for example, if I were to put ZIL in here, Zilliqa ranked number 74. So again, not one of the top 20, top 25, not even one of the top 50 coins. And sure, it did rally significantly within the last 3 days or so. But with regards to signifying an altcoin rally, considering when we look at the total 2 market cap, the rest of the altcoins in the crypto space, especially the top 10, top 20, are kind of moving more in line with what we are seeing with total 2. So if we just take a look at XRP real quick, XRP right now trading at about 86.6. That pattern very similar to what we're seeing for the total 2 market cap. Bringing up XLM, let me just bring up XLM real quick here. XLM, very, very similar to that. So nothing really to write home about, but mostly just in line with what we are seeing with total 2. Again, this is ADA. We are seeing that same pattern. And guys, also keep in mind what we are seeing with Bitcoin dominance. Remember, Bitcoin dominance still at 42.1%. So bringing Bitcoin dominance up here on the chart, you can see I've drawn a horizontal line here that goes back to the 2017 bull run. Bitcoin dominance essentially collapsed, and this was when we saw altcoins really rally. And then it came back up again. Now, obviously, after the market, all altcoins collapsed as well, resetting the crypto market. And then at this point, we were in a bear market. And we just have not seen that. We have not seen that huge collapse. We've bounced off of support here several times over the last couple of years now, but we haven't seen that huge collapse for Bitcoin, something that we've traditionally seen during former altcoin rallies, something that I'm sure the blockchain backer is hoping we are going to see, something that Rob Art is likely thinking we are going to see, right? Because we're basing this on historical chart patterns. We've seen these patterns in the past, and we tend to make decisions based on where we hope to see altcoins go in the future. So are we there yet? I personally don't think that we are yet. To be honest with you, I think we are still going to see some movement up for Bitcoin. And I think just at this moment in time, altcoins are still just rallying with the beat of the market. As you guys can see, all these gains are generally in tandem with the price of Bitcoin rising. And so just another thing that I wanted to show you guys, this is the historical coin market cap list, showing you guys just a basic snapshot of every week since I think 2013 of where the crypto market was. And if we go back to 2017, right at the end of 2017, these last few weeks, you can see the 24-hour and the 7-day profit and loss, and you can see altcoins were really pumping, like Bitcoin Cash, for example, 57%. XRP was up 44.39%. When Bitcoin was down, 26.84%. So this is the kind of phenomenon we see in altcoin rallies, and we're just not seeing it yet. Like Qtum up 82%, and Verge was up 382% during that particular week. If I go back, because the altcoin rally did occur over about 3 weeks' time in late 2017, early 2018. So if I take take the last week in December here, you can see Bitcoin was up a little bit, but then you can see other altcoins like XRP was up 125% in comparison to Bitcoin. And at that time, it was already trading over $2. So again, something that we have to be paying attention to. Bitcoin up a little bit or down a lot, but then we have to compare it to altcoins and how they were performing. Like here, Cardano up 91%. Stellar was up 66.5% at that time. And so if we bring it back to today, we are just not seeing that. We're seeing Bitcoin up 6% and everything else up in tandem with the Bitcoin price, give or take. So why else could we be seeing Bitcoin rally? Are there any other reasons why we're seeing this? Well, I wanted to bring you guys this from Ian Binns here on Twitter. The US dollar's global standing as a top reserve currency has lost ground to China's yuan and others. This is an official statement now coming out from the IMF. So just a few key takeaways here. The IMF says the dollar has lost ground in its share of international currency reserves. The dollar's dominance has been dented due to central banks looking to diversify their holdings. China has pushed for greater adoption of the yuan and recently held talks with Saudi Arabia for a yuan-based oil deal. So we got to remember, guys, what is happening geopolitically as well. Did you also see this brought to me by Subjective Views here on Twitter? This is Vladimir Putin. And listen to what he has to say. I'm going to mute it, and I'm just going to read the subtitles for you guys. Let me reiterate, the whole global economy and trade have suffered a major blow, as did the trust in the US dollar as the main reserve currency. The illegitimate freezing of some of the currency reserves of the Bank of Russia marks the end of the reliability of so-called first-class assets. In fact, the US and the EU have defaulted on their obligations to Russia. Now everybody knows that financial reserves can simply be stolen. And many countries in the immediate future may begin, I am sure this is what will happen, to convert their paper and digital assets into real reserves of raw material, land, food, gold, and other real assets. So that is what is coming down from Russia's leader, Vladimir Putin. As you know, I'm sure you've heard of the socio-political events that are going on around the world, and Russia obviously integral to this. China a big player in this. I also wanted to bring this up, guys, from Crypto Maniac. Just a quick thread here. Ripple, aka XRP, about 2 to 5 months away from mass adoption, and here is why. As you know, Russia announced that it will be switching to ruble-only payments starting this week for unfriendly countries. We also know that China, India, and many South American countries have been reducing their USD dollar holdings and switching to the native currencies and buying up gold like crazy. All that indicates exactly what Ripple has been propagating since its existence. Ripple is in the process of replacing the age-old financial systems with a brand new financial system based on blockchain and crypto. I'm sure you've all heard various central banks talking about building their own central bank digital currency and that those CBDCs will run on global blockchain utilizing the XRP ledger. The so-called war and other global and local drama events are meant to only distract you from what is truly occurring in front of your eyes. They are finalizing the Great Reset, and one of the necessary factors which goes into the Great Reset is the economy, aka SWIFT 2.0. SWIFT 2.0 is a system meant for global transacting, but in the country's own currency. That is why, although Russia in this case will still supply the EU with natural gas and the EU will develop a system in which still pays Russia in euro, Russia banks will be receiving ruble instead. So guys, moving away from USD dominance, Vladimir Putin even just said it recently, and the United Nations, the IMF was also saying, dollar dominance is weakening. What does this mean? It means that sanctions will lose its purpose not just for Russia, but for China, South American countries, and everyone combined. Globalists will take complete and total control over the payment system, and you'll either get rich off it or you will not. It is by no mistake that back in 2017, you see news articles talking about Ripple helping build China's central bank system to transact in yuan and other world currencies through the XRP ledger. The new global financial system is approaching, built on Ripple, running on the XRPL, transacting in XRP, resulting in various countries' central bank currencies. I know it's becoming more and more obvious now, but they told us about it long ago and we're finally in that moment. Total control, guys. So as they're trying to distract us with this is what's really occurring in the background. And I personally think some people are hedging with Bitcoin. I still do not think the altcoin rally is on the heels of this pump, but that's just my opinion. I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.